complete shock for me. That is my emotion at that point of time. So I was helping my mom in cleaning the house, actually, thanks to Corona. And my brother came up to me and he's like, Didi, you've got 93 rank in the UPSC. UPSC is one exam where you cannot predict anything. So definitely shock was the first thing that I experienced. And after that, when that feeling finally sunk in, then I think my happiness has no bounds now. Now I'm coming to the question, how I started modeling. I was actually shopping in a mall with my mother and I was getting bored. This competition was going on there called Fresh Face Tele. So I went to participate in that contest during that time and I happened to win it. Then ma'am, they sent me for a 2-day workshop in Mumbai. Ma'am, when I came back and for me, the normal college life began again. But when I started getting these offers, I thought that, why not? When you have the time, why not explore some field which is out of your comfort zone? Because I was always a studious student, a complete nerd. So I thought it would be a right twist in my story to explore and venture out in this direction as well. And my parents fully supported me. So that is the time when I did a lot of modeling projects. But for me, ma'am, civil services was always my dream. I knew that this is the right field for me. So when I graduated, when I was eligible for appearing in the exam, I started preparing and here I am. My personal experiences, when I was the head girl of my school, definitely my school gave me so many opportunities. But there will always be some people who would feel that, why is she bossing around? Why is she doing this? Why is she giving orders? You should behave like a girl. You shouldn't be so, authoritative all the time. And whereas these comments never came from my counterpart. When I went into my college, ma'am, I was doing modeling. Again, the stereotype that, she must be of a particular type. Even though my college friends, my college faculty, they always encouraged to go out of the box, to go out of your comfort zone, I must say. But again, ma'am, there will be people who would want to pull you down. There will always be people who would say that, if you are doing something, then you cannot do something. Because I've always been a very ambitious girl and, it's not very common in the society. I think people still have that notion that, women are supposed to be confined within the four walls of their homes. And one particular comment that I really get offended at is when somebody tells my male counterpart that, ladki se haar gaya. I think it's a very sexist comment and I really get offended when somebody says that. I think women are walking shoulder to shoulder with men in almost all the fields. And nobody has the right to tell a woman that, she cannot choose the career she wants or she cannot compete with men on an equal basis. Big myth that all the models are dumb mannequins. I think this entire story which has been built around modeling industry has to be broken. There are a lot of people from medical background, from engineering background, from a lot of entrepreneurs, women who are entrepreneurs who are coming into the industry just because they like their job, just because they like the overall professionalism side. So there is a lot more to the lady with a pretty face. To be very honest, I've never doubted myself in doing anything. I think there are a lot of people in this world who will always try to put you down, who will always tell you that you cannot do something. At least I don't want myself to be on that list. So I always keep that self-belief that I can do it. They asked me that, do you think this institution should be there at all and what is its relevance? So my answer was very simple. I felt that the Supreme Court judgment is already outside and it's very clear that illegal orders of khap panchayats regarding honor killings and putting women down, they cannot be justified on any ground. But essentially, if you go back to the beginning of this institution, it was meant only to be an assembly of elderly people who want to think in the best interest of their village, their local community. So if we can use this institution and channelize it in a positive direction, if we can, I think they can complement the already existing Panchayati Raj institutions for campaigns for the benefit of women instead of being a hub of patriarchy. So I think if we just give them a new direction and involve them into local policy making, local awareness campaigns, if we educate them about them, I think it can make a real difference. 10 hours a day, 8 hours of sleep, and then 6 hours for everything else that I wanted to do. So I realized right in the beginning of this examination that it's a very long process. So 1 year minimum you require for the preparation, and then another year for the exam itself. So it's always better to have a balanced approach, to see your capacity and study accordingly. Studying for unlimited hours and focusing on what you're studying is much more, I would say it's a much better strategy than just keeping your books open and letting everything going above your head. So that's what I followed. 10 plus 8 plus 6. That was my magic formula, as I would like to call it.